Yes, he's using his office to sell.
It's the Hatch Act. He violated.
Yes.
He's violated He's violating the law every day, and the Republicans, nobody's fucking stopping him.
Yeah.
You can't just send in a rando to fire 80,000 or 8,000 or 1,000 fucking from the Department of Education or 80,000 veterans. You can't. It's illegal. You just can't do it. There's laws.
Have had his USDA secretary is now trying to defend the $1 billion cuts to funding for food banks and schools. They're trying to get rid of SNAP. That feeds children, guys.
I'll say it again. The billionaires have decided that people who have nothing have too much.
Food banks.
People with nothing have too much. That's what the billionaires have decided.
They want to privatize. They want to break everything so that it can be privatized, so that their corporation buddies can come in and control them all and make billions, and then it's on the stock market.
But also, then it's not in the federal budget, so he thinks the
Tax
same
cuts.
amount of money to do bigger tax cuts for himself and his billionaire buddies. But eventually, people like Gavin are going to say, then we're not sending you this money because you're not doing these jobs anymore.
Gavin's got to be called out, though, for the shit he did this last week.
What did he do? He started a podcast?
He went on, Charlie Kirk was on his podcast and he agreed that trans athletes was a problem. Then he's having Bannon on. Bannon's on next.
Wait, so he didn't.
And he's just like, he
had him on.
He didn't go, trans athletes is not a real problem.
He had a chummy chat with Steve Bannon.
Right. So what I'm really tired of in this country is politicians continuing to be politicians. This is not a time to kiss ass. This is not a time to reach across the aisle. This is a time to fight because we have fucking Nazis among us. There are Nazis among us. How do I know that? Because they were Heil fucking Hitlering. That's how I know that. I also know that they have Nazi tattoos on their chest and they're in the government. I also know because they're getting rid of black people and brown people. They are Nazis. Call them what they are. They are Nazis. And you pussies in the Democratic Party start talking loud instead of going, Hakeem Jeffries, again, the human units on the Republican side are really treating the human units on the Democratic side with what the fuck?
John Oliver it just came back to him and he's staring at the camera and then he goes, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Seriously.
I don't.
We're getting rid of food banks. I would just say, you may not like the Salvation Army, but I know that they have like one of the highest percentages. It's like 97 or 8%.
Yeah, it's less. It's 2.something% in costs
to
run the Salvation Army.
In their food bank here for a long time, and they are feeding families and homeless people. I was responsible for handing those bags over to people every week, the families that would come in, and it would be like cooking staples for people based on how many kids they had.
Who knew Mother Teresa was this hot?
So go and
child
donate.
Bride Teresa.
If you have any money left after you buy eggs, donate food or money to, it doesn't have to be Salvation Army, but to these food banks in your cities, because during this uncomfortable period, people are going to starve.
Do you remember when COVID happened? Do you remember the lines of cars where people are living? So the minimum wage hasn't gone up in 20-something years, 27 years, yet everything else has gone up. So it's still $7.25. So the reality of that is that we used to be able to have a middle class that actually could pay for a house, they could pay for food, they had 2 cars, and they have put their kids through college. That can't happen. People are now having 2 and 3 jobs just to fucking make it through the end of the month. And these motherfuckers are coming in and cutting back the billionaires. Again, the billionaires are coming in and taking shit away from people who already have nothing. I don't understand how you voted for that. How did you vote for it? And now, here's how crazy it is. So we had those coal rolling guys in the diesel Chevy Silverados, coal rolling on Teslas, right? Trump is screaming, drill, baby, drill. We need more oil. And windmills cause cancer. Yesterday, he did an ad for Tesla on the White House lawn. How the fuck does any of that? How does it go? Any of it go together?
He's totally transactional in the moment. Whatever suits him in the moment. That's it.
It's the same as we were just talking about the elites, and we've been saying this for years. And none of it goes together at all. They don't. His supporters, and they're non-consistent or 100%. Inconsistent.
English major.
They, the whole first term, all he talked about and all they talked about was the stock market. He tweeted about it every day, and we would come on here and be angry about it because most people, that's not a good measure of how well they're doing. Most people are not in the stock market. And now that he's tanking it, they're like, what?
It shot 2,100 points in the last week.
That's a lot.
2,100 points. It's down.
A lot.
They also don't.
He's fucking up Costco. Like, how do you fuck up Costco?
That's the power I think that's going to be able to stop. That's one more backstop is the market. If the market tanks, he will make some changes.
Yeah. Well,
the other thing that,
but you're doing, here's the thing, you're doing what everybody does on the media. Here's what we can't do. Here's what we can't do. You just normalize them. Well, if the market goes down, he'll change his. No, he doesn't. He's got a small dick and he doesn't believe that he does anything wrong ever. This man is, you remember, he was shot by Roy Cohn. Roy Cohn, you watch that movie, told him, you never apologize, you deny everything, and you never say sorry.
But this is what I'm saying. It's not him. I'm talking about his billionaire friends.
I mean, the people that run shit
are going to influence him. They're going to come and shut him down.
But one of his billionaire friends is so jacked up on ketamine, he's hallucinating while he's walking into the Department of Education. We've got a guy that believes that he can just shred government and thinks he's going to come up with $2 trillion. They said that if you fired everybody, 100%, it comes out to about $800 billion. If you fired everybody in government, I mean, everybody from Josh to everybody. 800 billion. It still won't cover his tax cuts. So I don't understand what they're doing. Someone pointed out what I've been saying since day one. If he'd have just walked in and golfed 5 days a week,
which he is,
he's still doing that and fucking it up. It would have been fine. And what makes me crazy, and so do you remember how upset everybody got at Biden? By, oh man, he can barely talk. Oh my God, he's this, he's that.
That's all they had.
And yet the economy, we had the best. Look at it, economists. Look at even people that don't like him. The Atlantic, everybody. We had the best economy in the world. And I went and looked at the inflation numbers today before I came in, and it went from 3.8, and every month Biden, you see it drop until it finally gets to 2.8. And he left.
Yep.
In January, when Trump took over, it went to 3.
But he fell on a bike. Leading
the world.
Yeah, but he fell on it, which was kind of cute.
Because his feet were good.
Shing, shing.
Yeah, but he can ride a bike. Guess who can't ride a bike?